What do you see as the distinctive ethical challenges to working online?
Well, there are a number of them. First of all, and perhaps most important, is being therapeutically effective. So you still need to be competent and skilled to deliver the service that you're offering. But putting it online brings together a new distinctive set of challenges, which some of those relate to the nature of being able to communicate. We all know that online communication can be disrupted by poor connections, breakdowns in services and so on. So very often, good practice would suggest there should be an alternative means of communication. So if you're communicating on some video platform, you might also have the capacity to send text messages in some way, or maybe use an alternative means of communication. If the primary one breaks down, what you don't want to do is abandon a client in the middle of something significant to them. Another aspect of that is the security of the communications. Security of communications in all contexts is problematic in the sense that people sitting in the same room can be overheard, other people can enter the room. But online, sometimes these intrusions are less visible and maybe more out of the awareness of one or both parties to the communication. So good security using an appropriate platform that is accessible to a client is also important. And then, because you're no longer constrained by physical space and physical proximity between client and practitioner, you have to start to think about other issues that start to arise, because you can be communicating across legal areas of jurisdiction, so different laws apply to each of the parties. And this can be particularly significant if you're dealing with countries like the United States, where increasingly the talking professions are regulated by statutory controls. And if you're not appropriately registered where your client is, you may be committing an offence. So it's trying to understand the context of your client and how that impacts on your work. And there may be many others too that we will experience as we collectively as a profession expand our work. But the great advantage of working online, of course, is it makes our services more accessible. Sometimes it overcomes the physical barriers that prevent people, but also there's quite a lot of evidence now that some client groups who would be very hesitant to come and see us in person will use online media of various types to seek help. If a client asks you not to keep records, then probably the safest practice is to, with the client's agreement, to record that that is what they've asked for in the records, and so that it's clear that this is the client's request. It's not just sloppy practice by yourself.